One thing I can't wait for with spring is the fact that I get to go out into my yard, my garden. And my yard is huge. It's the hugest lot in my Knots Landing, as I call them, but they're cul-de-sacs. But it's the hugest one yard. And so when we moved here, it is very much a forest. Let me just tell you that. When I first got here in my backyard, I used to have bunny rabbits come back here. I had all kinds of birds come back here, which was really cool to I got bunnies in my yard. That was awesome. And over time, like since I've moved here, like the snow has taken down a couple of the trees, the ones that weren't as strong. And it was just time. They were just, done. So I don't have as many trees as I had when I moved here, but I love the trees that I have. And so I went outside and I kind of did a fence walk with Pee-wee, puppy paw patrol, as I like to call it, because that's what he likes to do. So, but in doing that, I'm starting to notice the signs of spring. The little buds that are on the tops of the trees, the old branches that no longer, I would say they were dead, are, kind of fallen off, broken off. I go outside and now birds are singing. It's not the winter where it's silent. Now life is trying to come back in. And so as I'm walking out in my yard, I'm thinking like, oh, okay, spring forward. We all know that spring is about renewal. It's about, new growth, new opportunities, new things coming our way. And that's the beauty of spring. It's just a joyous time. And it happens in its own time. We all know that. It happens in its divine time. It's not something that's forceful or extreme. It happens in a gentle unfolding that if you blink, you can miss it. If you're not present in the moment, you can miss it. And I say all that to say because as I sit here and I watch the seasons change, it's just an outward manifestation of what I'm recognizing that's happening in my life, and it could be happening in your life. Like many of you are going through a season where we had to wait. We were kind of held back, and I'm hearing a lot of messages and things I'm getting are talking about holding patterns. Like we're being held in this space, and we're like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. You're ready, but the space is not ready that you're going to, or maybe it's all the players who need to be at that level with you are not there yet, right? So I've just been trusting in divine timing, and things happen in their own time. People connect in their own time. People come back to your life in your own time. Opportunities present themselves in your own time. And I'm learning that, or unlearning, that I don't need to force anything. I don't agree with the hustle culture. I think hustling, hustling or the hustle culture mindset stems from a place of lack. And lack does not work for me. And lack doesn't work for you. It doesn't work for anybody because it's not in our nature. It's in our nature to be abundant. It's in our nature to live in abundance. 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And I've just noticed that in talking to people and watching, when we operate in this hustle, it's rooted in a place of fear, and lack. Or it's rooted in lack, which comes from a place of fear. I don't know anybody that gets joy out of hustling. So I made the choice that I'm not going to hustle. I'm going to allow the things that are supposed to unfold and bud in the proper time, that they'll do that will happen. I also trust that those things that don't need to be in my yard or in my space anymore are going to fall away. That can be people, that could be friendships, that could be, bless you, Pee-wee, that could be all kinds of stuff. And I think I feel better about it. And so I just want to put it out there that sometimes we try to force things, I want to go because I'm ready, but the space is not ready. And so what do you do in that time when you're ready, and the place that you're going to next is not? And something that I've learned that I want to share is like, I think that's where gratitude has its most impact and bang for its buck, because in the moment between the waiting, between where I am now transitioning to where I'm about to go, is really having a sense of gratitude. Like, wow, taking the space to say, wow, look how far I've come. Like I've been able to do all this. I've been able to grow in this way. I've been able to, let things go, have the gratitude. And I think celebrating successes in that moment, because we don't celebrate our successes, I think, as much as we should. It's not that you've arrived just because you celebrate a success. It's that you're acknowledging the work that I've done at this level, while you're anticipating and getting excited about where all of this work is going to take you. I have worked hard. And so have you. So have other people listening to this. I have worked hard. I have worked harder than I've ever worked before in my life to grow and to move past things. And it just hit me like I deserve to celebrate and acknowledge the work that I've done as I'm looking forward to these new opportunities, because all of that was done for a reason. All of that you went through, every challenge, every misstep, every mistake, every lesson learned you're going to take that with you. And if you just open yourself and allow things to happen, rather than trying to bring it all with you, in that hustle mindset, you're actually going to see how it all played out. And that's what I'm starting to become more aware of, is that, in the moment we sit there and we say, like, this didn't work out, this, that, and the third. But it's not until we get into that new space that we have a new pair of eyes to really see what is budding, what is blooming, where are the signs of growth. That's the thing. Where are the signs of growth? Thinking about in this time of spring, as you're springing forward, and yes, the daylight is beautiful, but really look at nature in a different way. Look at nature as far as the opportunity of growing and celebrating the growth, right? Because we're all excited, like spring's here. We're celebrating the growth. And so in celebrating growth, we should celebrate our own growth. Celebrating where we've been and how we've grown in that phase, as we also anticipate with excitement, right? Not worry, excitement. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, just really quickly. I just hope you all have a great Friday. Love you, God bless. And as always, live your life first class. Bye-bye.